re thuseng le keletse molao ona re itikile re ntse association e a functiona e a kgethwa e democratic and e ruta setjhaba ka tshebetso ya yona e mong ya mekgwa ya ruta setjhaba ka tshebetso ya yona ke ona o re leng ona jwale so ke batla go tseba gore na support e le batlang ho batho ba puso e le e ka ba ke tsamela ka ba executive ke efeng regarding taba ye ya ho etsa molao ka go le batla ba e bapala ho le supporta ka yona ke efeng okay okay ntate ya a ke tsebe ba o ntso nkutlwa hona jwale ke ipotsa hore na babuhi ba nentse ba nkutlwa ho tloa qalong hobane ke a elellwa jwale ke ntse ke buela ka ditsebeng tsaka so ha ke tsebe hore na ka motsotso hona jwale ba tlo utlwa mo ntse go botsa dipotso ba sa utlwe dikarabo o kon summarize re na le se re buile 25 minutes on summarize seo re se buileng hore o itlhalositse wa go o mang o a hlalosa diqholo tse kopana le tsona just in the case in the event that ebe di headset tsena tsa ka ne di entse hore ke se ka gona ho utlwa sound ya hao jwale ke lebetse ke bona ha ke itsheba hore hela e se ka tla ntse ke hatisa nna ke le mong jwale ebe ntse ke sa hatise mongaka ka mane ene ko wena monga sefolo ke go pa go tla summary fela ya gona so far go tle jwang.
Okay, thank you so much. And for the interview again, I would like to thank you so much for.
You're welcome, Dad. You're welcome, Dad.
Social work within our context of Lesotho.
And
like I mentioned before, my name is Katiso Peete, and currently leading the Social Workers Association Lesotho, whereby my main role is to provide a strategical leadership and coordinate social workers with government and other relevant stakeholders that can do what? In short, yes, to provide services within the social system, yes, and also to do what?
To link people with resources.
Yes, education about social work worldwide, not just in Lesotho.
Yeah.
Yes, this is all that I provide. And for challenges that we have talked about, I think we have talked about the challenges that we meet in Lesotho in providing services. Its level of absorption is one, because we only have almost 5, if not 4, of the stakeholders that engage us during practice of social services, of providing social services, which is Ministry of Social Development, Ministry of Health, NGOs, and civil organizations. Yes, you see. So, apart from that, the challenge was that we have lack of resources, we have lack of recognition, whereby for now, we do not have a council that regulates social work practices and programs. We do not have an umbrella body that I can say we belong in. This is the biggest problem that we are facing right now, because even if in a case whereby we fail to provide services in a good way, our clients, our service receivers, there is no way where they can claim or report us. Maybe they are illegal. We talked about individualization. We talked about the respect of
the value of respect and confidentiality.
in social work practice always maintain and make sure that we hit them at the best of our yes. That. So the other thing was that law of budget, low budget, low budget in terms of from the government. Government have a very low budget in terms of social services, in terms of bringing up the social workers to practice. The budget is low and that is the biggest problem of social workers but they find it a problem most social workers are practicing things that are very, very, very far from social work, just to survive. So that hinders our performance as social workers. Another thing is that the international organizations that we are working with, we are working under, in most cases, they implement solutions, they are urban-based, rural-based, because why? Lack of infrastructure is the problem. The basic needs the rural area so far and the other thing is that our social workers, this one I have to be very factual about it. Workers student already they are practicing social work and the absorption is along after graduation because social work majority of us we can practice in the international level.
That's why now we are your best bet as Goodly Heritage Recruitment Agency, and our phone number, you guys who are watching from wherever you are in the world, you are in Canada, you are in Australia, you are in Tunisia, you are in any part of the world, you can contact us at +353 87 282 9628 +353 87 282 9628. If you are a social worker and you want to practice here in Ireland, where the CEO of Goodly Heritage Recruitment Agency, Mr. Retha-Billy Lelisa, is based and is working and is trying to recruit you to, you can contact me immediately after this show. Contact me so that I can tell you how to come here. So, unemployment low absorption. So, lona ba mmuso le mametse ntate president ki hoeletsa ho lona ba puso. Political will ya lona ya hlokala. Ntate o buile ona mona 30 minutes re buileng ke utlwile go bua ka political will. Ga go pa lona ba pusong tsetsang di social worker ga tsena gobane jwale ha le sa di tshetse di tlo se tobetsa mosebetsi mme ha di sa etse mosebetsi ho bolela go mathata a setjhaba a tla dula a sa gagolle ka pa nka nako gagolleya ka pa ba qetelle a mang a tswetse tahlelo ya maphelo bo ntate le bomme gobane hola jwale motho ha ana le depression a sena motho a mo hlabollang o qetela sa utla mantswe a bua le yena ga ipolaya kana go social worker ga ekae ha ena le koloi ya o lo fihla fela mola ho bua le motho yo lo qala fela mo negotiate hore a ska ipola sa pele fela le hore na dinomoro tsa mohala tseo ha motho a batla ho ipola a di letsetsang ke dife. So ke nana go ka tswela pele ntate ne ke re fela ke amplify lentswe la o ntshwarele ke a marketa jwale ne ke re ke nke monyetla o ka tswela pele ntate ka tso o di robelle ebe he ke tla tswela pele to the next question. I think you have done very, very excellently, but you mentioned something about lack of recognition and lack of absorption. Can you tell me what rate, if I know it's an estimate because I didn't tell you about this, to tell me what is the estimated number of unemployed social workers vis-a-vis the employed ones after graduation? Are you employed after graduating yourself?
No. I am not even employed.
Oh my God. President, you are unemployed.
I am not employed. I don't know if I can say this one.
You are president, unemployed president of social work?
I'm telling you the truth.
Come on.
As we speak, I'm working at the
Come
supermarket.
on.
I'm telling you the truth. And it's very sad sometimes because sometimes
oh my God.
I I'm telling you,
Yo.
is that sad in this country? Is that sad? Is that sad? Because, you know, one of the biggest challenges is that for people who are vocal like me, for people who can speak the truth about social work and social services,
Yeah.
I don't know to say our country is corrupt or our system, our employing system in every sector is corrupt. It's not. It's just that I think it's nepotism. And people in most cases are afraid to hire people like me because they say or think I may disrupt or end however that the way that they are working. And that is not always the case.
Oh my God.
It's just that it's something that is common for almost everyone.
Peete-President.
Who is active about bringing social change, bringing about the social change.
So tell me, nepotism, how is public service able to use that to still have a room for nepotism? Or are you referring to the private sector? Because I thought in our time, after everyone graduated, they would always be going to the Ministry of Public Service to register. And then a rollout by first come, first served would be followed. Whoever registered first, when an opportunity, a vacancy comes up for social work, then they would be employed first. What is the current situation? What is the process? How does public service employ social workers? Or everybody else, not even only social workers?
I must admit, that is still happening.
Oh my
but
God.
In a very low rate. Because I have heard that I cannot say to say this is what happened or what is not. So I have heard that nepotism is still there in the public sector, whereby they only prioritize people whom they know and whom can provide something for them in return. That is the biggest challenge that we are facing. I'm not saying all of these people in there are like that, but that's what I heard and what I think also is happening right now. Because in the private sector, it's even worse. I can say that it's even worse because I honor that legal procedures sort of manner of people are being held accountable for their deeds. People are just being. I've had so many cases of ladies being raped, ladies being used
in order to get employed.
Even yesterday, I got such a report from
one lady. No, Mr. President, you
like that, and I'm like,
happening to social workers. Like, or is it only outside social work, or is it just a lady who's not a social worker?
She's just a lady who's not a social worker.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
To me, thinking maybe I can provide something for her, maybe for help. And I was like, this is a real serious case because I do not know what to do next. You see?
Yeah, the first thing is to report the police station, open the case. That's the first step.
But you know the problem. Yes, that is the thing that I also say to her. Okay, fine. I advise you to go and open the case about this. Especially when we have a proof in your
Oh my God. We want to support that lady. We are here as the recruitment agency. We will be on this case together with you. Let's get to the bottom of this. No, there's just no way. We have to respect women. Like, that's the way we should raise our sons. I was telling my partner, I'm like, people in this region, the reason why it's safe, the reason why it's safe for a girl or a woman or even a man who has a different background, it's because of the way they were raised as young. Because, you know, here, when you lose a wallet, it has money, it has cards, it has... Someone, they not even open it, they just take it to give it to the bus driver. And then when you go to your destination, you realize you don't have it, you just go to the bus station and say to the office, I was taking this bus number and I think I lost my wallet in there. They'll say, okay, keep checking maybe once a week. You will find it. In Switzerland, it happened. It happened. My former wife got something lost, her wallet. It came back with all the cards and even the money. So this is because of the training they trained. We can change this by training our children. We are corrupt already. We are old. But if we can train our children to know this is valuable, it's a value, honesty. You must be honest. Honesty is a virtue. Honesty is a value. If you are not honest, then I'm not going to buy you anything. I'll only buy you what is the basic needs, but I won't buy you traits. You understand? So can net in that re to say meno a hlaetsweng ha hlaelwa o abuse and bomans wa gona to motho hlaetswe ke koduwa ke tsietse. No, men o violate ha violate criminally emo violate that re swantse re nke to task. We are going to call on batho ba melao bo Wilsa. I have other social workers. Hey, you social workers who are working with Wilsa, get a hold of us here. Get a hold of us. Get a hold of Mr. President after we talk. I don't know, Mr. President, at the end, you will leave your numbers there so that people can contact you. But hey, guys, Wilsa and all human rights institutions in the country, there's a case. Go and investigate it, and let's get to the bottom of it. We cannot have women be ill-treated like that. That woman has gone to school to study. She knows sleepless nights in the BTM or in CMP. She knows how to read hard for a question and it doesn't come through. You thought it was going to come. It didn't. Only one of the 5 questions, 5 topics you read comes out. So no. It's a no. It's an absolute no. We cannot take that line. We must protect. We must get to the bottom of this. The people who are doing it must be facing the consequences of their actions. That we're not going to let this case just go like that. No. Thank you for being the amplifier of the voice of that lady.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And the biggest problem that I've just heard you move loyalty, because loyalty is a virtue, and it can shape us into being the best world that we have always dreamed about. But the problem and the biggest challenge is poverty. That I believe for, if only social workers are given enough recognition, we can try to minimize or end poverty. Because our people will be at a state whereby they are self-sufficient, they are motivated, and they are self-aware of their abilities. Because I want to believe that almost every one of us is born with a gift, and a gift of life that they can use to provide for themselves and for their families. Because everyone has their own unique talent. And we just have to motivate them and empower them into using that as their weapon against poverty. Because something that is happening right now, we should always be focused on the politicians as to when they are going to deliver, and this one is better than the other one. And we are going to always be under this nepotism forever. It's going to be a case that is evergreen, because I want to believe this is not just happening now. I want to believe since 2010, since 2000, it has always been there. And the only way to end this nepotism is to give social workers the recognition that they deserve. Whereby social workers can be the best priority to visit our villages, our families, to educate and empower people and motivate them to use their basic skills that they have, for them to provide for themselves. Because now, focusing on jobs that are being provided by the government, obviously, the government is not going to be at a state whereby they can provide for all of us.
Yeah, that's true.
Nepotism and abuse like this one that we have just talked about, whereby we are going to compete for jobs. And definitely we are going to find it easy. They are beyond respect. We are going to find them to say, okay, fine, I can provide myself, or I can give you 10,000 in order to get this job. Okay. So if only social workers are given enough recognition and respect for who they are and what services they can provide, I want to believe that this nepotism can come to end or can minimize.
So, the President, Katiso Peete, I must assume you are royalty. You are from a royal family, are you? Because yes, I know Chief Peete, and
yes.
So for people like you who already come with an innate gift of being a chief, what would you say to this lady that faced such an abuse of being asked to provide sexual favors for employment? At the local level, what steps should they take? Because we cannot only be talking about the police station where the police officer can be bribed and then the case is not moving. Let's take to the at the local level. What steps should that lady take at the local level, following which structures?
Okay, thank you so much, Ndade. In as far as I can be theoretical, because what I'm going to say now is only theoretical.
Yeah.
It's not that we always practice.
Yeah.
Because mostly people do not report their cases. One is either you're going to face
victimization,
disrespect from other people, because people lately do not have that thing. People, after you have reported your case to them, either from the chief, I'm not saying the chiefs are like that, but are like that because
stigma. Yeah.
There's also lack of training of mana eating ka councillor the local communities they can keep things a lady secret, and then they let police and every relevant stakeholder to investigate them. We have cases whereby they should report their cases to the chief, to the local chief, to the councillor, who are being the community leaders. People who got that information end up being arrested or being abused by the same perpetrators who are being
And while you are at this one, I think it was raised in Parliament. I saw it on social media by the honorable member for, I think it's the honorable leader of Basotho National Party, BNP, Honorable Machisetsa Mufomobi. And I loved that. I'm making mention of this suggestion from him. I think, I don't know whether it's a motion, whether he was raising the motion. I don't want to be technical about it. I'll just say it like a layman that I am. But he was talking about the bill that has to be there to protect people who give, who do whistleblowing, and they inform the police of suspects that might be involved in criminal activities, and that he was saying that they must be protected. And I think I even recorded an episode on that, and I was indicating that for whistleblowing in this country, people are being protected. There is a law, an act of law protecting whistleblowers, so that after you become an informant, you are going to be protected, so that your name